Hello friends, I hope you liked my videos and if you are having any questions you can ask me in the comment. So now in this video we will discuss about the field alert report that is called FAR, right? So my YouTube channel name is Pharma Quality. Please view, like, comment and subscribe my channel to get the knowledge about the pharma quality standards and practices. So now let's start with FAR. So now first we will discuss what is FAR. So here is the definition of FAR. A field alert report is the report submitted by pharmaceutical manufacturers to the FDA to notify about any issues that may affect the quality, safety or effectiveness of a drug product. So FAR shall be generated for those products which are already distributed in the market, right? Next is purpose. So the purpose of FAR is to ensure timely communication of potential problem to prevent harm to patient and maintain drug quality, right? So for FAR is an early warning systems to protect the patient health. Now we'll discuss the regulatory requirement for FAR. So, the US Code of Federal Regulation, that is CFR Title 21 Part 314.81 B1 section, is the guideline which states about the requirement to initiate the FAR, right? So, FAR submission within 3 working days of obtaining information about the problem. So once you on that date when you have got the information that these specification is not meeting your criteria and you need to initiate the FAR. So that FAR should be initiated within 3 working days, or you can say 3 business days, right? So now we'll discuss when to file a FAR, right? So a field report, alert report shall be issued if any of the below mentioned defects are observed in the drug products. So that could be a mislabeling, right? So any incident that causes the drug product is packaging, components or labeling to be mistaken for or applied to another article. So in that case, you need to initiate the FAR. Second is contamination of product. So any microbiological contamination such as bacteria, yeast, fungus or virus in the product, right? So in that case you need to initiate the FAR. Third is adverse drug reactions. So any significant chemical, physical or other changes or deterioration in the distributed drug product is observed, then you need to initiate the FAR. Next is failure of distributed batch to meet specifications. So any failure of one or more units of distributed batches of the drug product to meet the specification established for it in the application. So in such case, you need to initiate the FAR. So these are the few example. There may be the other situation also. So based on that, if it is falling under the requirement of initiating FAR, you need to initiate the FAR, right? So now in this slide, we will discuss the details of workflow for handling of FAR. So first is FAR initiation. So FAR shall be initiated by the QA users, right? So after initiating the FAR, that FAR will move to the next cycle, that is that FAR shall be reviewed by the site QA head, right? Then initial FAR submission, that is form called FDA 3331A. 3331A is the form which is the details of FAR you need to fill into this form and you need to submit this form. So there are three category for this FDA 3331A form. The first one is the initial FAR, second one is the follow-up FAR, and third one is the final FAR, right? So we'll discuss in the subsequent slide in the details, right? So once you are initiating the FAR, there shall be your investigation should be initiated, and based on that investigation, what are the action plan you have proposed, that should be initiated, and based on that action plan decided, action plans should be allocated to the respective users, and after allocation of the action plan, that action plan execution shall be done, and once the action plan has been executed, that action plan closure shall be done. So this is overall the process of the investigation of the FAR. Like once you are you have got the any out of specification result for any test, so in that way you need to initiate the your investigation process. You need to find out the root cause, you need to initiate the kappa, you need to done the effectiveness monitoring. So in such a way these things shall be routed, right? So after action plan closure, so whatever the action plan decided during the investigation, for all the action plan, effectiveness monitoring shall be initiated to check the effectiveness of that action you have taken already, and then final FAR shall be initiated, right? And after the final FAR initiation, that final FAR submission will be done and FAR closure shall be done. So this is overall the workflow of handling of FAR. So now we'll discuss the details how the FAR will be submitted to the FDA. So now here we will discuss how to submit the FAR form to US FDA. So there is a one form that is called FDA 3331A form, and this form can be downloaded from the FDA website in a very easy way, right? And this form shall be filled in electronically only, right? So here you can see this is the actually first page of FDA form, that is 3331A form, right? So in the first page there are some instructions mentioned about to FAR. So main points we'll discuss, right? So here you can see I have highlighted the main points which we'll discuss. So the FAR should submitted within 3 working days of receipt, right? FAR should also be communicated, to the respective FDA district office via the telephone or other rapid communication means. So once you have identified that there is any FDA, sorry, FAR, so that should be initiated within 3 working days, and that communication should be in a rapid way so that they can be easily, communicated, and they can take the further action. So FAR should be raised in case of any incident that causes the drug product or its labeling to be mistaken. So any mislabeling case when identified, so FAR should be raised. FAR should be raised in case of bacteriological communication or any significant chemical, physical or other changes or deterioration in the distributed drug product, or any failure of one or more distributed batches of the drug product to meet the specification established for it in the application, right? Next, please submit via the email submit button. So this form shall be submitted by the option available in this form. So we'll discuss about in the next slide. So first page of this form is just for the the guidance purpose, that what are the basic pre-requirement to submit the FAR form, right? So this is the second page of form FDA 3331A. So here you can see the all FDA district office addresses are mentioned, and we need to select the respective FDA addresses where your product was distributed, right? So accordingly click on the this such kind of checkbox will be there. So when you will select address, and that address will automatically sync and placed at the second page of this form, right? So we'll have the discussion next. So here you can see, since I have selected New York district address in the second page, so here that address was automatically synced here, right? So now we'll discuss the first, what kind of section is mentioned in this FAR form, right? So first is internal manufacturer control number. So this is the organization internal report control number. So here you need to enter the numbers. So this number shall always be in the same when you are reporting any follow-up FIR or submitting the final FIR, right? Next is type of report. So if first time filing FIR, then it shall be initial. Select follow-up option if you need to provide some additional information about the issue identified in the initial FIR, right? For example, any finding during the ongoing investigation, any test results finding or potential root cause identified, right? And finally, when your investigation is completed and root cause and kappa is decided, then you need to select the this option, final option, to close out the FAR. So it means one form you need to submit at first initiation of FAR, and if any ongoing investigation details related to first FAR, then you need to submit another form, and if your investigation is closed, then third form you need to initiate to close the FAR, right? Now the next is details of film name and address where problem occurred. So here we need to provide the organization name, detailed address, right? So always keep in mind this should be that site name where the problem actually has identified, right? Next is DUNS, DUNS, and FEI number of the facility. So here DUNS, that is means data in universal numbering system, and FEI, that is facility establishment identifier number, need to enter. So these fields are limited to 15 characters. If this number is not available, then you can also have the option to select as a not applicable for both these number, right? So in the next section, select the NDA, that is new drug application, or ANDA, that is abbreviated new drug application, as per your product category, right? And mention the number of that NDA or ANDA number, right? And you can also have the option, you can select this other option if you wish to report a product without an NDA or ANDA number, right? Now the next is NDC number of the drug product, that is national drug code number. So this number should also be mentioned here, right? Next, mention the generic name of the drug product, right? Next, mention the brand name of the drug product. Next is dosage form, so which is mentioned in the approved drug product label, so that dosage form you need to enter here. Next, mention the dosage strength and package size. So here mention the appropriate units and package size as mentioned in the drug products approved labeling, right? Next is lot number, expiration date, batch number, number of consumer complaints. So these details should be entered here, right? Next is enter the date when notified about the problem, that is the date when the actual problem was identified, so that date should be mentioned here. Next is how was the problem discovered, right? That is through routine product testing, or maybe it was a market complaint, or any of other things, right? Next is state problem. So here you need to describe about the nature of the problem identified in the FAR, right? So this is the last page of the form FTA 3331A, right? So in the section 12, it is about the coded quality issue defects. So here some instruction they have mentioned, right? So the instruction is like, we encourage you to use the MED-DRA terminology, provide the most specific quality issue defects, for example, out of specification, test result, essay, right? So the MED-DRA is the international standard medical terminology used by the regulatory authorities, right? So this medical dictionary should be used to mention the quality issue code, right? Next is reported quality issue defect. So here, if there is no code is mentioned in MED-DRA medical dictionary, then you need to elaborate the most relevant terminology to define it, right? That is manufacturer own terminology, right? Next is describe root cause of problem. So here provide the root cause of the problem, and if root cause is not determined, then provide a brief summary of ongoing investigation. right? Next is describe corrective action taken, if any, to prevent recurrence of problem. So here describe all corrective action taken to prevent the reoccurrence of the problem. Next is remarks. So here you can provide the additional information related to FAR, if any, right? So next is reporting establishment. So here you need to provide the details of reporting establishment with their name and mailing address, right? And also you need to provide the DNS number and FEI number. Along with this, name and title of the authorized representative from that establishments and their telephone number and email address. And also need to mention the date of submission, on which date you are going to submit this form, right? So such things we need to mention about the reporting establishment. So this was the last section of this form. So now the FAR form will be ready to submit. However, before submitting it, first save this form and recheck the information for its correctness, right? So this form should be provided to FDA in the non-editable format, that is read only version, right? So finally you can send this form to FDA in after converting it into the read only format by clicking the option provide here, that is submit by email. So once you clicked on it, this will open your mails and with this attachment and automatically fetch the mail ID and subject, right? And write the details in the mail body, and then you can submit this form to FDA, right? So in the similar way, you can submit the FAR form for the final closure. So once your all investigation has been completed and CAPA and impact assessment and batch dispersion decision related, you have taken. So in such way, you can submit the final closure FAR form, right? So friends, this is all about the field alert report. I hope you can now understand that how to submit the FAR form to FDA. Thank you.